This week on Ask an Expert, art. Welcome to Ask an Expert, the show where you submit questions to be answered by people around the school. I'm your host, Kieran Lanois. This week on Ask an Expert, our question is, how does art reflect the life of the artist? Here to answer our question, Maria Hirsi, an art student here at Carlton. Okay. Welcome, Maria. Can you help us answer this question?
Right, so I grew up in my grandma's house. I didn't live there permanently, but I came back recently and I looked at these walls and I realized that I had a story in there. It was actually because this teacher, Melanie Morasti, she asked me to make a collection of art, and I've always taken pictures of small parts of the walls that already look like there's an image there, and I can see them and I can bring out colors to me, it's a story about my family and the way that we grew up, and there's holes punched in the wall, there's scrapes and doodles and paints and chips, and it just feels like they're supposed to be there. Actually, lately we've been covering them up, but now that I have those pieces of art, which first start with me, this is home, because it is my home, even though I haven't lived there forever, because that's the only place where I can truly feel like myself. And then it goes on to talking about we didn't have the best childhood, I would say. It was good, but we just had a lot of anger and frustration, and we expressed that through the walls. And I made these pictures because they tell a story about reconciliation, about growing as a person, and accepting the parts of you that are ugly and that are not worth sharing sometimes. For me, they are worth sharing because now I can talk about anything to anyone. And before I would hold in a lot. I thought that I should be ashamed that I have res walls. But they're not. They're beautiful to me now. I also like that with me expressing myself, I was able to inspire other people. We started this art class, and that's been my main goal, is to mentor other people and show them that this is really easy, especially if you have it all there. Like, there's so many talented artists in this school. And it's just a matter of trusting yourself and your abilities.
Now, for advice for other artists trying to make art to express themselves, what would you advice that you would give to them?
To go with your first idea, even if you threw it away because it's stupid, because it's probably going to work out for you. It worked out for me.
That's great. Now, art captures many stories in many areas of many people's lives. What has art done for you, and how has it helped you get through high school, and how has it made you a better person?
It makes you self-evaluate, because now you have to talk about your own side. You can't just make art about other people and blame it on other people. Really, judgments that you make are about yourself to other people. Like, the judgments you make to other people, they're kind of what you think of yourself, what you worry other people are thinking of you. And in making art, I was able to honestly, no one could argue with me about it. So I had to look at myself and I had to figure out, where do I fit into this piece of art? Because at first I was just trying to focus on my family and not really admitting any of my faults. But I realized that no, I also, even though I wasn't as expressive, I didn't punch holes in the wall, I still hurt myself in other ways. And yeah, it's about self-actualization.
Well, thank you. Now, there's many people who aren't artistic or not, well, everyone's artistic, but people who aren't artists, as in they don't say they're artists and truly they are, how would you be like, okay, this is what you need to do, look inside yourself? What advice would you give for them to start out?
Well, before this, I didn't have any art of my own. It was for school, and that's it. I never made my own paintings. And I didn't think that I could, because you're supposed to have experience to be able to make great art, right? But I didn't have any experience. It's abstract too, so it makes it a bit easier. I would say go with abstract if you don't have any skills, because that's what I used. It's like throwing, no, I'm just kidding. You actually have to have an emotional feeling, and I think anyone can create art. If you feel like you want to, you can create it.
That's amazing. Thank you for telling us how art has changed your life and how it can change everyone else's life. Now, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for asking these questions.
That's it for this week's Ask an Expert. But we're always looking for new questions. Tweet them at @PA Carlton with the hashtag Ask an Expert, and we'll find someone who can answer it for you. See you next week.